Hello, my beautiful friends. It's Sunday, which typically means it'd be my new makeup release Sunday, but y'all, your girl is on a cruise right now as we speak. So instead of bringing you guys Oden's Eye Cosmetics Ava 4 Seasons collection. This is going to include 4 eyeshadow palettes, 6 lip glosses, and 6 matte velvet lips. You guys want to see what this collection is all about, how I did each eye look with, and definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, so before we dive into today's video, I just want you to know that this collection is going to be coming out with 4 different eyeshadow palettes. We're going to have the spring palette, the summer palette, the autumn palette, and the winter palette. It's going to retail for $43.90, and they're also going to be launching some lip products as well. So the lip glosses do retail, I believe, for $13.90, followed by the matte velvet lips. You're going to have 6 different lip glosses of shades called Citrus Camilla, Lily Latte, Little Jasmine 3, Apricot Whisper, Dusty Burgundy, and Tawny. And then you're also going to have the Velvet Liquid Lip, which will be retailing for $13.90 as well. You have the shades called Cocoa Bloom, Peach Peony, Camilla Muse, Vintage Fuchsia, Nectar Nude, and Cream Petal. Now, I read those names out in the exact same way they're swatched on my arm. I know it's like kind of a lot that was swatched on my arm, but I read them out in the exact same order that I swatched them. So with that, let me go ahead and zoom you guys in, and I'm going to show you guys the Ava 4 Seasons collection. Okay, so for this style of video, originally I planned on doing just like one full look per palette, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. By the time you guys are watching this, I'm actually on a cruise. You guys are literally watching this when I'm on a cruise, and I have so much work to do. I have so much pre-filming to do that I really don't have time to do 4 different days of 4 different looks. So we're just going to do one palette per eye to make it just a little bit more easier for me, but I'm still going to be showcasing each palette. So for today's look, we're going to be mixing the summer Alva palette with the spring Avla palette right here. Let me tell you guys what these are about. You are warmly invited to be among the first to experience them. The Avla collection returns with the 4 seasons, sprites being fresh hues to life. As the beloved classic, we are thrilled to previously explore this collection. This time we introduce 4 new eyeshadow palettes inspired by the season. So first we have the spring palette. This is going to be a 16 pan, beautiful pastel purpley vibe palette. You're gonna have more of those muted cool tones in here, which is the pops of color that represent spring, followed by summer, which is gonna be another 16 pan palette. That's gonna be beautiful cool tone blue eyeshadow palettes. You're gonna have pops of gray in here with a little bit of golden brown shades that really do represent the summer season. Now this collection is actually available on July 1st at 8 a.m. You guys can use my code Allie to save you guys 10% off anything from this collection. It's gonna come with 4 different eyeshadow palettes. It's gonna come with a whole range of lip products as well, but I'll make sure I have all the details about this collection listed down below. So we're going to dive into the spring palette first. Now this is how the color story is going to look at. First off, the outside packaging is super cute, and then we're going to have this beautiful color story on the inside. You are going to get those mix of mattes and shimmers in here, followed by the summer palette. And this palette definitely does scream summer to me because you're going to have a lot of those blue shades in here that's just supposed to be bright. It's supposed to be just a beautiful like sky blue that's supposed to represent how sunny the season is and how beautiful it is. Now, I don't live in Sweden, so I don't really know what their summers look like, but I have to assume it's very similar to ours. Maybe not as humid as Florida, but I have to assume it's very bright, sunny, blue sky season. So we're going to do spring on this side, summer on this side. Now, like I said, I originally intended to film one full palette. I originally tend to film one look per palette where I have both looks on the eye, but honestly, I just do not have the time to do that because I literally about to film my entire declutter series along with my best and worst of products I tried so far this year, along with my ranking every palette that I've tried so far this year. And those videos do take some time, and I only have like a week or so to do all that. So we don't have much time. So I'm going to try to do the best that I can. So starting off, I'm going to take the shade right here called Joyous, and we're going to go ahead and put this in our crease area. So anyway, you know what's so funny is when I first tried Oden's Eye, they actually sent me their Alva collection. And I never tried the brand before, and I really wasn't sure what it was, but it made me fall in love with the brand because I thought because I remember I played with the palettes and said, wow, this is really, really beautiful. And I've loved them ever since. Absolutely ever since. So I think it's actually kind of cool that they are doing a 4 seasons palette. Now, I think out of all the seasons, spring, I do love spring, but it's not my favorite. I think out of all the seasons, fall is my absolute favorite. Then we have winter, But I also really do love summer too because I'm a Florida girl, so I love being outside during the summer season. It does get incredibly hot here, but I love going outside. I go to the beach, I go to the pool, I go to all the different water parks. I'm constantly at Disney and Universal. So for me, I love whenever it's summertime because like I don't mind the heat. I know a lot of people out there hate the heat. I actually love the heat. So does my husband. So it kind of works out, but I've never experienced like summer in another country. I feel like that'd be so cool to experience. So I really like want to know like what summer is like in other countries. I know depending on where you are, sometimes our summer is other countries' winters and vice versa. But I just would like to know kind of like what it's like. And I'm really mad. You know, I just realized I'm mad at myself. I bought this new Bubble Wand mascara from Maybelline, and I bought it off the TikTok shop. It took forever to come in, and I accidentally threw the package away. So I threw that mascara away by accident because I have no clue where it's at. I'm pretty sure I threw it away. It was sitting on my dining room table and I thought it was trash, and I believe I went ahead and I tossed it. So I waited for a month for that mascara to come in just for me to throw it away. I'm so happy about that myself because I really want to do a full face of testing out new makeup, and that mascara was one of them, and I realized I don't have it. So I can't do a full face that. I'm gonna have to go and buy. I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Flavor. I'm gonna have to go buy that mascara again. Hopefully now it's available at the drugstore and not just on TikTok only because that took forever for it to come in. But I'm just mad at myself that I accidentally threw that away. So we're just gonna go ahead and tap this. The reason why I'm even bringing this up is because like since I'm doing like a spring summer look, I kind of just want to do mascara and not do false lashes today. So sometimes the easiest way to do that is with really nice mascara to really show off what the eyeshadow looks. Because sometimes I love, lashes, but sometimes I feel like they could be a little overpowering on the eye look. Okay, right next to that, I want to go into the shade right here called Blooming. Super, super pretty. You know, I just wondered, I wonder what happened with By Us. They were a sister brand to Oden's Eye, and they only released the Garden palette, and we haven't heard anything since. I wonder if they're still going to be around, or they're just taking their time with the next product. I just really want to know like where they are, because I really enjoyed that palette. I didn't care for like the packaging. I thought the packaging was really kid-like, but I did enjoy the formula. I'm going to take a little bit, just a little bit of the shade right here called Bright, very, very lightly. I'm going to take this, I'm just going to tap it along the outer edge of this to blend it in slightly. Since it is like a springtime palette, we're going to go into this beautiful shade right here called Newborn. Right here. I feel like that'd be really pretty to put right next to that. Just right, yep. Oh, that's pretty. Now we're going to go ahead and go into the summer eye. Now this one right here, I feel like I'm going to definitely be playing with just more of the blues because there really isn't too much of variation here. There's like some grays and like 2 pops of like a tan brown shade, but most of it's going to be a blue palette. So we're going to definitely play with this. I'm excited. I definitely still want to kind of go for the light pastel shade to kind of match this eye look. Plus, like, you know, I feel like this palette kind of looks like summer. I feel like this palette definitely represents summer, but it also is like maybe a little bit of like spring to summer as well. Like I could definitely see the vibes of both. All right, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Picnic, this blue shade. We're going to put that right into our crease area. I am using the brushes that I got from Glaminatrix. These are actually really nice eye brushes. I really do enjoy them. All right, I'm going to take the shade right here called Fresh to help to blend that right on top. Really, really, really pretty shades. And the best part I'm noticing about these is that they're not really having any, there's not really any fallout with these. A little tiny kick up in the pan, but barely any fallout in the face, which is really nice. Okay, so right here, we're gonna go into the shade right here called Youth. This is beautiful multi-chrome blue. At least that's what it looks like in the pan. It's so pretty. We're gonna take that and we're gonna put that right here. Oh my God, look at how gorgeous that is. That's so stunning. I am gonna take this shade right here called Heat. I forgot to put this down. We're going to put that down actually right on the outer V. Right here. I did put down a base first, so it has a little bit more of an extra pop. Next to that, we're going to go with the shade right here called Tender. It's like this beautiful like silvery shade. Oh my God, that's so pretty. We're going to put that right next to this blue. A lot of you guys said that you want me to do a collaboration with Oden's Eye. You guys said that you would love that. I have no control over that. If that's something you guys want, you guys got to let the brand know. As far as I know, the brand doesn't, I mean, they know I exist, but like they don't know I exist. There's never any interaction between me and the brand whatsoever. Just like I post on my stories, make a little reel. I just get a repost sometimes, but that's pretty much it. There's like never any interaction. So I think that'd be so cool, but I don't know if that will ever happen. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Outside. I feel like that's really pretty. I just want to take a little bit of it just to kind of mix right here. I don't know, I just thought it'd be really pretty to add that on top. All right, guys, I'm gonna go quickly finish my makeup off camera. We're gonna come back to do the under eyes together, but this is how the two looks are looking. We have the spring and we have the summer. So let me go ahead and do let me go ahead and finish this. So let me go ahead and clean this up off camera and I'll be right on back. Alrighty, so before we move on to the lips and before I finish off the rest of my face, we're gonna finish off the under eyes. So we're gonna go back into the spring palette. And for the under eye on this one, I think I want to go into the shade right here called Daydream. I feel like that'd be so pretty to go into the under eye with that. So we're going to take it on my Glaminatrix brush and we're going to lightly buff that right under here. I feel like because this is a soft pastel look, I shouldn't do anything like super, super intense. Just something that's very, very light and really pretty, and that's something that can be blended out really nicely without being too heavily intense under the eye. Because sometimes it can be pretty intense, but I feel like this doesn't require that at all. So I'm just going to softly just start to buff this out. I'm going to take a shade right here called Anaboisis. I don't know if I'm saying that right or not. It's this really pretty like orangey shade. I actually want to use this for my inner corner moment today because I feel like that'd be really pretty. Take this and go just like right here, something a little different. Whatever highlight I'm wearing, just put on the brow bone right here. Now for this eye, we're going to go into the shade of Journey. I'm going to take this grayer blue shade right here. I'm going to put this right here very lightly, just very softly, lightly under the eye. For the inner corner moment, I think I'm going to take this shade right here called Outside. We're going to put that in the inner corner. And then again, whatever I use for highlight, I'll put on the brow bone. So I want to take this, I just want to put this right here. That one has so much fallout to it though. That was a lot of kick up. Okay, let me quickly throw on the rest of my face. We're going to come back to do the lips together. All right, so we're going to try out this lip combination. I don't know if this is going to work out, but we're going to try it out. So I'm going to go into the NYX Lip Pumper right here in the shade called Subtle Touch. We're just going to quickly line my lips with this. All right, then we're going to go in the shade right here called Cream Petal. We're going to, okay. Definitely way deeper than I expected. Okay. All right. Not the same as that color, is that? Okay. Like, it's a pretty color, but a little different than what the actual image is right here. It's a little deceiving, so it's a little deceiving, so just be mindful of that whenever shopping for any of the shades, that the shades necessarily don't match the color right here, but you could definitely still make this work. I will say the formula is beautiful. I really do enjoy their matte formula because it's a velvet matte lip, and I've really been enjoying velvet matte lips. So for me, I think the formula is quite nice. But we are going to top it off with a gloss. I'm going to go in the shade right here called Citrus Camilla right here. We're going to top off the lip. I feel like it'd be really pretty on top of this. Complements it really nicely. Alrighty guys, so this is gonna be the final look right here using the spring Alva palette and the summer palette right here. I will say I do think that out of the two looks, I think I prefer the spring side way more than the summer side. I feel like the spring definitely offers a more variety of colors to choose from when it comes to creating an everyday eye look or just wanting to play with this palette. It's really pretty. I really enjoy playing with this one, and I feel like I could definitely utilize this one a lot more. Formula was really nice. Mattes didn't have any issues with any fallout or blending with it, and the shimmers are just beautiful quality as always. But then when you have the summer palette, while I do think the summer palette is really pretty, like I do like my blue eyeshadow look, I feel like this one's a little bit more one-dimensional for me. I feel like I'm not as inspired when looking at this palette compared to the spring palette. While the formula is incredible with this one, it's a beautiful formula, I feel like with the spring I have a little bit more choices to choose from in terms of making really fun, colorful eye looks. But if you love a good a blue toned palette, this is going to be the one for you. Both worked really well. Both are really pretty in their own way. I just think if I had to choose one, I think I actually prefer the spring palette over the summer palette. So with that said, let's move on to the fall and winter palette. Alrighty, so for the third look, we're gonna move into the Autumn Ava palette. Meet the Autumn Ava palette. This is going to be a beautiful infusion of mattes and shimmers mixed with beautiful pops of greens, yellows, browns, and some beautiful golden shades. And this is going to be, I believe, what their version of a winter, of what an autumn palette would be. Now for me personally, when I think of autumn, I think of fall. So I think of like orange, red, yellow, brown, burgundy style shades. I don't necessarily see this, but at the end of the day, I'm also not over in Sweden, so I don't really know what their autumn could look like. It could be very much reminiscent of this for all I know, but I do love the fact that you are going to see some of those green shades in here, a little bit of brown, a little bit of pinky, and yellow shades. So we're going to go ahead and play with this palette, and then we're going to move on to the fourth and final winter palette. Now, I am currently filming these videos before I go on my cruise. So when you guys are watching this right now, I am literally on my cruise right now, but I'm also about to film my palette ranking right after this. So I feel really bad because I know I'm gonna go into filming that video and people are gonna be like, oh my God, what palette are you wearing from like your top 50 palettes you tried this year? And I'm gonna be like, I'm not. I just don't have the time to film with my number one palette at the moment because I have so much work to do. Like I literally have so much work to do. Like we've done a lot of deep cleaning here, but then I'm also having work to do like at my job, at Disney, and I just don't have as much time as I thought I would. I really kind of sucked at planning content this time around. Like typically whenever I go anywhere, well, I don't go anywhere that often, but if I do, I feel like I'm pretty good about like making sure that everything's like taken care of beforehand. But for some reason, y'all, I just did not do that. I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Revamp. I think the reason being is that me and Corey also took this opportunity to really like deep clean our entire apartment. And I'm talking about like we went through and we got rid of so much stuff that we just haven't used in a long time. So we have not only been cleaning, but we've been doing like some deep cleaning as well. So we just wanna make sure that if we have to end up moving, we wanna make sure that we just are prepared for that. Like we have less stuff we have to carry around. So we've been dealing with that. It did not help that Corey had a lot. We've been dealing with that. It didn't help that Corey went to New York and had a lot of stuff to do with his job. So it's just been pretty hectic. And for some reason, your girl has just been very lackluster and preparing. I don't know what happened. I just really don't know why I kind of sucked at preparing this time around. But you know what? It's okay. We're gonna make it. This is reality. This is life. You guys like to show. You guys like me when I show. You guys like when I show you guys the real deal, and I don't sugarcoat anything. I show you this is how life is, and sometimes we're just not prepared. Like I literally leave for my cruise in 2 days, y'all. Let me tell you, I haven't even packed, and I'm not going to until tomorrow. I haven't the time. I'm gonna take a little bit of Evoke right here to help to blend that out. I'm trying to do a halo eye look. I feel like the last eye look, I didn't do a halo, so I think we're going to do a halo with this. We're just going to softly blend this out right here. And then right on top of that, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Equinox right here. Really pretty shade. Then I'm going to go into the shade right here called Windy right here. And we're going to put that right in the inner corner. I really hope this eye look works out. I really do. In my mind it does. I just don't know if it's going to translate well on here. Right here called Sursus. I don't know how to say that, but I want to say something. So sometimes I randomly just do accents. They just come out. It's something that I've done my whole entire life. And someone asked me in a question not too long ago, would I do that if I was actually in England? Like, would I actually pull out a British accent or something like that? And the answer is yes. Absolutely yes. Especially because, I don't know if you guys know this. You've been here on my channel for a while. You guys might know this. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Autumn. This really beautiful shade. My sister actually lives in England. She's been living in England since 2020. And so she married a British man way back in the day. They've been together for a long time. So even like whenever he was around or his family would come and visit us, and they would talk to us, he has the most amazing British accent, and then to hear his whole family the British accent, oh, it would just come right out. I would just start to do it right there with him, and I couldn't help myself. I just would do it because I love the way it sounds. It sounds so proper, and I love accents. I wish I had one. I really do wish I had one. I know everybody says the Americans have one, but I don't like my American accent. I want to have something a little bit more classier. Do you know what I mean? A nice little southern draw. I'd like to have that as well. You know what I mean? So, yes, to answer anyone's question, if I do accents, I would absolutely do this in front of anyone from Britain, anyone from England, because I do love the good English accent, and seeing as how my sister lives there with my nephew, oh my gosh, it would absolutely come out, especially because like since she's lived there for years, has been kind of like immersed in the culture, she kind of like has a little twang to her accent now, you know what I mean? Like she starts to say like different phrases that they say that we don't say here, and it's just really cool. Like she's like, instead of saying we're going to the parking lot, they're gonna go park like at the garage. Like they just have like, you know, like she just says like their phrases here and doesn't necessarily use our phrases anymore. So it's just really cool. So yeah, I absolutely would bring it out in front of them because I have. And I don't mean to. It's not insulting. It's more like a compliment, if anything, because I'm like, I love your accent. Can we switch? Because I could just sit there and listen to anyone from like England or Scotland or Ireland. Just talk to me all day, every day. Just talk. I don't care what you say. You could just read me a recipe. But you have that beautiful accent. Oh, I'm drawn right in. That is so pretty. I'm gonna take a little bit, like just a little bit of the shade right here called Transcend. And we're gonna add that. Just a tiny bit right here. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Then I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Spice Tea. We're gonna take that. And we're going to put that right here. Like this would be a really pretty combination. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Cozy, just a tiny bit, to go right here. And then I will take a little bit of Crisp right here. Just a tiny bit, little tiny. To just kind of go boop, boop, boop right here in the center. Really pretty. I could definitely get it cleaned up and just make it kind of look nice. Okay, so for me, that is really pretty. I think that came out really nicely. Now we're gonna move on to the Winter Alva palette. The Winter Alva palette is just that. It's going to be a beautiful array of mattes, shimmers, and a little bit of multichrome to capture the essence of winter season. You're going to see purple shades, gold shades, a little bit of dark blue shades, along with some beautiful berry tone shades in this palette. And I believe this is what their rendition of like a winter-esque palette be, which I actually definitely can see winter with this for sure. With like the purples and the golden shades in here, I could definitely see some beautiful like winter-esque moments in this palette. So I'm gonna try to do a halo eye look with this one as well. I don't know if this one's gonna turn out the way that I'm envisioning it, but we're gonna try. Okay, so for this eye right here, I'm gonna go into the shade right here called End of the Year. It's like this beautiful, like almost like midnight blue. It's really pretty. And we're gonna take that, we're gonna go ahead and stamp this right here. Oh, that is such a pretty shade. And I'm gonna softly blend out that shade with this shade called Snowy. And then Snowman right here. I feel like that'd be so pretty to blend that shade out with that. Okay, so next to that shade, I think I'm gonna go into this like purpley shade called Wood Stove right here. I think that'd be really pretty to try to use this. I'm trying to use like purples and blues and golds because I feel like that kind of like represents winter. Like in my mind it does. Okay, so next to that, next I'm gonna go in the shade right here called Lazy. This is like a beautiful like eye topper. But you guys gotta see like how pretty this is. It's like almost as like a galaxy shade. It's so pretty. You guys see that? So pretty. Oh my god, yes. Look at how beautiful this shade is. I'm gonna take this beautiful like purpley shade called Festive right here, and we're gonna add that actually like right here. And then I'm gonna take this beautiful golden shade called Icicles right here. And we're going to use that to mix with like the galaxy shade. It's so pretty. Like, oh my gosh, yes. I'm going to go into the shade called Cool right here. It's this really beautiful like rosy gold multichrome a little bit. It's really pretty. I feel like it would just kind of complement this a little bit. So I'm just going to add that like kind of like right here. Yeah, it's like a pinky. And I feel like it would kind of pull the gold and the purple together, like so. You know what I mean? Like that's really pretty. Okay, so this is how we're kind of looking right now. I don't know if you guys can see just how pretty these are. They're so beautiful. I love the way that these are turning out. So I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean these up. I haven't decided yet if I want to wear false lashes or not. Like I kind of want to, but then a part of me just like really doesn't want to as well. So I'm gonna kind of guess figure that out as I'm putting on the rest of my makeup. But so far, these are really pretty. I feel like out of the 4 palettes, I feel like these 2 are definitely my favorite out of the 4 palettes, for sure. Like, I just love the way that these ones look. Definitely just more of my vibe in terms of, like a color story. And I just think they're, like, so pretty. So pretty. I think the one that I'm probably liking the most is probably the autumn one, for sure. Right, let me go ahead and clean these up, and I'll be right on back so we can finish off the under eyes together, followed by the lips. Alrighty, guys. So I decided to forego lashes. I just am too lazy to put on lashes right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I always think my eye looks look a lot prettier with lashes on. I feel like it really helps to, you know, amplify the look. But for some reason, I don't feel like wearing lashes today. So if it doesn't look as good because of it, honestly, that is okay. So we're gonna go back into the Autumn palette. For highlighter, I did go into the Artitude Cosmetics. This is the Transition highlighter. This is my absolute favorite highlighter from them. I think it's so freaking beautiful. I mean, just like look at this shade, right? But ready? Boom. Just look at how it literally transitions. Do you see the multicolors in that? It's so beautiful. So I wanted that on my face. I don't know how well it comes off, but like green to orange. Oh my God, it's just so pretty. So to finish off this eye right here, let's go into, we're gonna go something pretty light. We're gonna go into the shade right here called Flannel. I feel like that'd be really pretty just to go softly underneath. Since I'm not doing lashes, I don't want to do a big bold under eye look. I just want to do something very soft, very easy to pair like a liner with. So I'm just gonna go into that shade Flannel, and I'm just gonna softly place this right here. And then I guess for like an eyeliner, I think I'll do white to kind of match both eyes. We're just gonna softly blend this right here. And then for the winter one, I think for underneath, I'm gonna go in the shade right here called Wool. Underneath, I feel like that'd be really pretty again as well to kind of complement the purple blue moment. Just like right here. Okay, so for the inner corner, we're gonna go into this beautiful shade right here called Crisp. We're gonna take that. This is so pretty, like such a pretty little moment, right? And we're gonna put that in the inner corner and brow bone on this eye. That right here. Oh my God, yes, that's beautiful. This eye, I think for the inner corner, let's go into this shade right here called Joy. This beautiful like orangey shade. I think that'd be really pretty. It's like a little inner moment. Inner corner moment. That's what I meant to say. All right, so for lips, I'm going to go in the Makeup Forever Wherever Walnut Lip Liner. And then for the Velvet Liquid Lip, I think I'm going to go in the shade right here called Nude Nectar. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I am not the biggest fan of their lip product because it's just a little deceiving. So like you see Nude Nectar right here. The colors are just different, right? So like, let me do like a little swatch. These definitely do not look the same. Like they just don't look the same whatsoever. So it's a little deceiving in terms of like the packaging versus what the actual color is. I don't know how to get, I don't really know why that happens, but it's a pretty color. I just wish that the packaging would actually match the color. I just wish that the packaging would actually match the color that you see on the bottle because it's just a little deceiving. All right, then I'm gonna take Citrus Camilla and we're gonna put that right on top because I feel like that'd be so pretty. I love the gloss formula. The gloss is a really nice formula. Super soft, very high shine, non-sticky. I actually really like that. Okay, so this is gonna be the final look using the Autumn Ava palette and the Winter Ava palette. Let me show you guys up close before we zoom out what the eye look looks like. That is so pretty. Like it is just such a beautiful eye look. And I actually really like the winter one as well. I think the winter one is just absolutely beautiful as well. It's so pretty and I feel like it really does a good job kind of capturing like the essence of like the winter season. I really love how this one looks. So let me go and zoom you guys out and give you guys my thoughts on this collection. Alrighty guys, so this is the final look right here. I think out of like all 4 palettes that I played with, I think my 2 favorite are definitely going to be the autumn and the winter palettes. I love how these 2 outlooks came out. I'm not saying that these are bad at all. They really are beautiful palettes, but there's just something about these one that I just really gravitate to. I love the way that it really just kind of captures the essence of a little bit of like summer to fall and a winter celebration. It's just so beautiful. The formula in here is incredible. I always love Oden eye formula. Their mattes are super blendable. They're super pigmented and those shimmers are just so gorgeous. So do you guys need all 4 of these? No, absolutely not. But if you guys want to get all 4 of them, I'm sure they're going to be offering some bundles. But like I said, if I had to choose between them, I definitely recommend these 2 the most. So then when it comes to lip products, I really do love their gloss and their velvet lip. I think I love their gloss more than the velvet lip. But I will say the only negative thing I have to say about their lip products, I just don't like how the physical like outside packaging to show what the color looks like never just matches the component on the inside. I really wish that it would. Like I know it's a little bit hard to kind of capture the true color and like the little stickers so you can see what it looks like. It's just a little bit deceiving to me when I think, oh, this is gonna be really pretty like rosy mauve, and then when you swatch it, you get like a brown shade instead, and you're like, that doesn't really look the exact same. So I know it's a little bit more difficult. I just wish that those two kind of match a little bit more. But other than that, I think their lip products work beautifully. Like the Velvet Liquid Lip does stay on all day. It's super soft, super comfortable in the lip. It feels like a cushion. And then you have the lip glosses that are high shine, really soft, light scent, non-sticky, and just feel extremely hydrating on the lip as well. So overall, I think this is such a cute collection. I think it's really awesome that they represented each season. I think that's really, really cool. So let me know out of the 4 palettes, which one was your favorite. Now, I'll make sure I list everything about this collection down below. It does officially launch on July 1st at 8 a.m. You guys can use my code AllieD to save you guys 10% off this entire collection and anything over at Oden's Eye Cosmetic. And I definitely think you guys will have a lot of fun with this one. So Oden Eyes, thank you so much for sending this my way. I absolutely had so much fun playing with this. And again, I'm so sorry that I missed new makeup release Sunday, but best believe, besties, I'll be back here tomorrow to catch up on all the new makeup releases that have been announced in sneak peek. So with that said, guys, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel. It's R for the Life. You guys cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video. Bye!